very good. They're here today to talk about what can you do with your equity. So imagine that you purchased property, you paid down some mortgage, some time went by, the property increased in price. So you have a little bit of capital gain and you want to see what's possible. So one of the things that's possible is to use existing equity towards another property. So let's say a bank will lend you 80% of the value of your property. So your property is valued at $1 million. The bank will lend you up to 800, subject to income and serviceability. So let's say all that the box is ticked, and you're looking to borrow another couple hundred because your mortgage is only 600. Well, I mean, they say only, but the times are like that. So you take this 200,000 and you can put it down as a deposit for another property, let's say for investment property. And what else can you do? Sometimes you can do a thing called equity release. It's when you get cash for your equity. Basically, you top up your mortgage back to up to 80% on your owner occupied, and you can use the money for other projects. That's not to say that the bank will allow you to blow this money on candy. That just means that you'd have to have good explanation. For example, it can be a renovation. You could buy land to build on later. There are some circumstances where people have bought shares, so they've purchased debt from the bank at residential rates and invested the cash elsewhere at a higher interest rate, for example, in shares. So these things aren't all that straightforward, and I'd encourage you to talk to your trusted financial advisor on what's possible. It's good to think in terms of possibilities. However, equity in itself is not yet cash in a pocket. There are non-bank lenders who would give you a cash out, no questions asked, or practically no questions asked, right? Because anti-money laundering laws apply and are very strict. We don't want to be in a situation where we support a brothel with our equity. And financial organizations, believe it or not, quite strict about that. So, but if your equity is in one house, you cannot just go and take it somewhere else. Meaning you would have to refinance your whole entire mortgage to a non-bank lender. So this isn't something that is considered responsible and might be somewhat difficult to do. However, if you have a debt-free freehold property, you could do a cash out and spend it pretty much any way you want. I wouldn't recommend it as it is debt. However, debt is an instrument that you can use effectively to reach your goals. So always think through your strategy and discuss it with your advisor.